Hey there. Day 2, same dress. I didn't feel the need to change. Uh, so, what do I want to talk about today? You ask. Well, oh, fuck. Okay, let's talk about love. Something that you personally haven't experienced, maybe. Or, you know, most of the people have, no, they admit that they fall in love rather easily. I don't know why, but they do. But love as a concept is too weird of a thing because you get all the hope and dreams at one moment, and then in the next random ass moment it gets crumbled down. So that is a feeling that cannot be trusted. Oh, this is my leg, by the way. It's not something else. Okay. Love is a feeling that cannot be trusted, and at some point I thought that love is a lie, but I spoke to a person and they told me that no, love is not a lie. It's it's more of a, no, it exists, but it makes a person go crazy, and an emotion that makes a person go crazy is supposed to be a valid emotion. So love exists, but yeah, it it doesn't give you pleasure. It rather, in a way, you should think about it. Love is suffering, like eternal suffering. You might not think that's the case, but it is. But on the other hand, love might be a suffering, or it just might be some sort of impulse that your brain creates. But love gives you an opportunity to persevere. Like, yeah, sure, 90% of every romantic events might end up having a sad ending. No, possibly, I don't know. I'm weak at statistics. But yeah, most of it might have a sad ending. But even though the brain retains the information, the brain knows if the heart doesn't. So, love does give people the will to live. No matter how short that feeling was, people will always remember how it felt to be in love. I haven't fallen in love yet because I don't know. I don't trust that emotion too well for me to, actually fall in love with a person. I do like someone, but yeah, it's hard for me to let them reciprocate the feeling that I have, which is understandable. Like, yeah, two people will not always feel the same way for each other, and it is understandable. But yeah, for a I'm trying to say shit, but yeah, it's not coming out as naturally as I thought it would. But for a pessimist like me, like at least a former pessimist like me, I would much rather give up and just let it go rather than, work for it, fight for it, I guess. But I have realized that at some point in your life, you should think about your happiness. You should live for your happiness, and that's what I'm planning to do. That's what I'm doing right now. So, once you try and live for your own happiness, you should try keeping the people that you love close to yourself, you know, because once you lost them, it's really hard to gain them back. It's really hard to find that people back. And I'm not just talking about, love as in the romantic emotion. I'm also talking about love as in friendships as well. I don't know why that came in between, but yeah, that as well. It's such a complicated emotion, But I'll tell you this, okay? If you love someone, just give your best shot. Like, don't go all despo, but give your best shot. Open up. Don't keep it in for like 10 years and then tell them when they are in like love with someone else. Maybe they won't find out about your hints and they might hook up with someone else. Who knows? Be open. Yeah, it might fail, and there's a chance that the friendship that you had with this particular person might end up turning sour or some shit like that. But it's much better that be the case rather than going through hell, you know, like looking at them and just wondering how it would be to fall in love with them. Much better than that is just going to them, confessing your feelings, just see if that would work out. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Move on. If you can't move on, try maybe 2-3 times more. If that doesn't work, yeah, you should just probably give up and move on to the next person. And it's fine. Like, okay, the old generation has taught us about how love should be compromised with just a singular person, but that's not the case now, is it? Like, if you are compromising love to just a single person throughout the life, if you're forcing your mind to love a single person, that wouldn't make you happy. Do what makes you happy. If the thought of loving a person makes you sad, give up. It's for your better. But yeah, such a complicated emotion. Sometimes you feel like not giving up a bit, but sometimes you feel like, yeah, it would be much better if you give up. But in the end, if you actually do find it now, like, if you do find what love is, grasp onto it. I know I said give up and shit like that, but there's a moment in a person's life, when you look at the other person's eyes and you just go, yeah, this is my whole world. Don't give up then, okay? Keep that close. Keep that person really close to you. Hold that person's hand and never give up. Because that, my friend, that is true love. And I do hope that you find it. Anyhow, yeah, time for me to leave. Ciao.